So nice to see so many of you here. All right, so it's great to be here with you all, and Wado to the Piscataway people whose land we're on. You know, we wouldn't have this space for this march and rally if it wasn't for everything that they've lost, and we can't ever forget that. So despite being on this stage, I've spent most of my life being erased and forgotten. All of my communities suffer from hyper-erasure, and I've often been left to answer insulting and degrading questions about my people's legitimacy. Despite this erasure, my communities suffer some of the most devastating rates of violence and oppression. Every year, 1 in 3 Native women will be abused. 61.1% of bisexual women have been victims of intimate partner violence. And there haven't been any large studies conducted looking at rates of violence against disabled women, but based on existing data, we know that anywhere from 60 to 94% of disabled women have been sexually assaulted and have suffered intimate partner violence. There are no statistics on the rates of violence against two-spirit women such as myself. For many of us, it's not whether or not we'll be raped and assaulted, but rather when, how many times, and how severe the violence will be. I fall into all of these statistics, and like many survivors, I've suffered victim blaming and shaming by society and government. In 2018, I was raped again. After learning of his extensive violent criminal record, I decided for the first time in my life to pursue legal charges against an abuser. Almost 2 years later, and I've gone through 2 trials, and I'm still fighting in the courts. While in court, I've been called a liar, nefarious, had implications thrown at me that because I'm disabled, I'm too feeble-minded to know what happened to me. And worse yet, I was accused of going to court and seeking a protective order to further my career. Now, I've watched the violence I've suffered and that of my people swept under the rug, ignored, and we've been blamed for our victimization. I've had white feminists ask me why Native women won't leave the reservations if the violence is so bad there, as if we should give up more of our land, be moved again, and just to escape the violence of predominantly white cis men. And as if our sisters and relatives living in urban areas aren't also suffering the devastating effects of genocide. I've watched predominantly white feminists repeatedly support Warren and other politicians that take an active role in Native genocide, as if we don't matter. I'm watching our Indigenous communities suffer the most immediate impacts of displacement and societal and health issues due to global climate chaos, yet many feminists support politicians who are in the pocket of resource extraction industry. Women like me just don't seem to matter. Frankly, I'm fed up, I'm angry, and I'm pretty low on hope and energy these days. However, while hope is in short supply in my life at the moment, I can say with certainty that this system will never bring justice, nor freedom, nor revolution for any of my communities or that of other marginalized people. The United States is an illegal occupying force that has no right to exist upon Turtle Island. This government was founded by and for white, land-stealing, native-slaughtering, slave-owning, misogynistic, rapist cis men. And I will no longer look to my oppressor to provide me with safety or to value my humanity. What I do need, though, is for all of you here to stand as genuine accomplices to me and my communities, just as we need to stand with you. Listen to us, respect us, and by all means, have our backs because I have yours. Wado. Thank you. Woo!